Oh God. I've been here for like 20 minutes and I've just been sat doing ollies out of this bank, just over and over. I've not skated for a week, and when I don't skate, I skate really badly. But anyway, what's going on guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I want to show you guys some tips and help you guys get better kickflips, make your already bad kickflip better, or just give you some tips to make you land your first one if you can't already do it. And if you've never done any kickflips before, I suggest you guys start on the other videos that I made, how to land your first kickflip. Those are going to be linked down below. But guys, quickly before we jump into the advice, I do need to quickly mention today's video sponsor, Squarespace. Squarespace, honestly, thank you so much for sponsoring another video. If you guys have a business that you want to put online and promote it to the entire world, use Squarespace. Blog or publish content, have an online store, or just display your online portfolio somewhere. Make a professional website using their hundreds of award-winning templates. Squarespace make it so much easier than every other website, and it looks so much better. Well, you guys have seen them and heard them from every other YouTuber. There's a reason for that. They're genuinely the best website builder. You know what I mean. Use Squarespace today. There's literally no better way. That kind of rhymed a little bit. You can try it for free, and then when you're ready to purchase, you can use my discount code Arryn Skelly, or click the link in the description to get 10% off your first purchase. But anyway guys, let's get into the video. Let me talk about some kickflips. So tip number one is feet placement, where you have your feet on your board when you're trying to flick out your kickflip. I feel like when I first started, I would have my feet so low down on my board. I'd honestly have it like here. When your feet are down low, your board's more pressure to just kind of spring into the kickflip straight away right as you pop the board. And that might make it easier to make the board flip, but it's not going to make it easier to make it look better. It's going to shoot straight up like this, and you might land it, but it's not going to look good. I'll try to do one because I've not done it since I was a beginner. Oh my God! See, that is why you don't try rocket kickflip. Don't have your feet too far down. It will spring up like this and you will not have children. Oh. Oh. I'm taking that. I hate that. When I do my kickflips, I kind of just have my feet in a position like an ollie. Around here, some people have it even higher. I feel like when it's here, I can scoop it up and drag the foot up a little bit to kind of bring the board up as high as I want. And then right as I get to the end, I kind of flick it out, which is right at like the corner here where the pocket is, a little bit above that. Kind of flick it right there, in between those two there. Whenever I put on Vans after skating another shoe, I know I say that a lot, but it always makes my kickflip so grippy. And it was like spidered onto my feet. When I flick out my kickflip, I don't just flick straight out, which is like what a lot of people say. They say flick straight out the front like that, which is gonna make it do a really straight flip if you want your kickflip to look like that. But when I do it, I like to flick it really hard off the nose. So when I flick my foot out, as it gets to like this part of the board, I kind of kick it down a little bit. So you're gonna pop the board, it's gonna drag it up, it's gonna start to slide out, and then you're gonna kick it like this, which is gonna send the board up like that way. It's not gonna do a kickflip like this, it's gonna go like pow. So your board kind of goes like in an arc. And what this is gonna do is it's gonna flick the board straight into the back foot, and that's where you're gonna catch it, and then your other foot's gonna come down, and then you're gonna land. You wanna have your back foot kind of hanging here, and then the board's just gonna pow. It's gonna kick and flip right into that back foot, and that's where you're gonna stop it from doing the flip. You're gonna bring it down, kind of meet the other foot, and then put your board down on the ground and roll away. It sounds like a lot, but if you just kind of go on your board, you practice flipping it, try to get that flick it down, and see if you can catch it with that back foot. And you don't need to land on it with the other foot, just try to get that flip and catch, and then you can work on landing it properly. In my opinion, that just makes kickflips feel and look so much nicer, and I also land them a lot more consistently when I do it with that back foot catch, but with that extra kind of extreme catch where the board flicks down like that. But as well as making them easier on the flat ground and anything else, when you do kickflips over things, it's going to be a lot easier as well. If you're popping it up like this and you're not leveling it out, it's not going to go over the rail. You're going to pop it like this, and then the back truck's gonna hit it like that. So when you pop the board, you want to drag it up, but then you want to point it down like that so it can actually clear over things that you're trying to ollie over. You want to drag it up and then you want to flick it down so those back trucks aren't gonna hit the obstacle. Before I figured this out, I was just rocket flipping into everything. I kept hitting it like this and I could never kickflip over anything. But when I started pointing it down and flicking it out, I was able to do them a lot easier. And I know that I'm making this tutorial right now, but I feel like I've not kickflipped over this rail in ages. It's really low, but I am extremely rusty and I feel bad. Alright, if I get it first try, you guys gotta hit the like button. Oh god! I kickflipped like horizontal, I didn't go straight at it. But anyway, that was definitely first try, so you guys gotta hit the like button. Ah. No! Oh god, that hurt my elbow. First try every time. So as well as kickflipping over things with this tip, it's also useful for kickflipping up things like Euro gaps or step ups or stairs if you're really good at it. I kind of like to aim my kickflip. When I flick it out, I try kickflip it and like jab it towards the direction, like up the thing that I'm trying to kickflip over or onto. So say I was trying to kickflip up this big ledge here, I would pop it like this and then I would flick it towards the top of the ledge. So when it gets up like this, I kickflip it that way and that shoots it like this, hopefully a little bit up, I catch it and then I can roll away on top of it. And I feel like when you're trying to kickflip up something really high, it's good to kind of angle your foot a little bit forward as well. So when I turn my foot like this, I can kind of jab it that way, like straight forward and just kick it right forward. When I turn my feet a little bit like that, I can kick it really hard and do like a big ninja kick. And it also just makes a kickflip a whole lot faster, which is kind of essential when you're riding at something really fast, or if it's so high that you need to just do it really quick so you can make it on top of it. The more that you practice it, you can literally kickflip up anything. As long as you guys have got the pop for it, you've got the jump for it in your own legs, you can kickflip as high as you can physically jump. The ninja kick, it's the best tip I can give you guys. This next one is on fakie kickflips, how to make them feel better and more consistent and less scary, because when you first start doing fakie flips, they're a little bit scary. To begin with, you want to make sure you have a good solid kickflip before you start doing the fakie flip, because I would say it's a little bit harder, but a bit easier to do if you're good at them. It's kind of a weird one. So when I first started doing fakie flips after I learned how to do a normal kickflip, I remember leaning so far kind of forward because that's the way that I'm rolling. I would try to do the kickflip and then it would kind of shoot out this way because all my weight is leaning this way on my board. Or it would spin into me and give me like a really bad shinner. Just hit me in some way that felt unpleasant. I was doing this so much and some of them I would maybe land but they'd be kind of rockety or just really sketchy and wouldn't feel good at all. So when you're doing your fakie kickflips, you want to kind of fluctuate your weight from this side over to this side as you're doing it. I pop the board as hard as I can right on my toes this way with my weight leaning at the front of my board, but as soon as I start to flick it, I kind of shift all my weight that way. So I pop it here and then I start going this way and then I do my flick, which is also going to kind of exaggerate the flick and make it even harder and even faster, which is just going to make it feel like it just kind of does the kickflip for you. You don't really even need to do much. I feel like my fakie kickflips are a lot more consistent than just my regular flat ground kickflip because of this reason. So as soon as I pop it and I shift my weight this way, the board just flicks straight like that, and it also flicks a little bit more down right into that back foot. I catch it, then I can roll away. You want to be prepared for that. You don't want to keep leaning this way because then you're going to kick the board out like that and you're not going to land it. You want to kind of center yourself, ready to roll away whichever way you're going. If you've not tried fakie kickflips yet, or you just don't like doing them, try them some more. When they're consistent, they're so nice. This one is for when you pop your board, when you do the kickflip, if you're doing it on an obstacle like a flat bank, out of a kicker, or on a hip, or even like on a quarter. One of the things I used to be confused on is when to pop. If I'm riding up it, when do I do the trick to then roll back down it? Some people, when they come to do a trick on a flat bank or on an obstacle that they don't skate a lot, they don't really know when to pop it. So they kind of wait until they're completely stopped to actually try the trick. And by that time, they're already kind of rolling down fakie, and that's gonna make it a lot harder to do. So you wanna kind of do the trick as you're just about to stop on that obstacle so you can land at max height and then roll down roll down the way that you want to roll down that properly. The same advice applies for when you're doing it out of a kicker or a launch ramp or anything that you can do a trick out of. You want to try pop the board right as you're coming out. You don't want to pop it when you're kind of halfway up the ramp like this, which sounds obvious, but I've seen a lot of people do it. You want to try time the pop, so right as you're way to come out, you want to snap it like there, and that's going to launch you straight out. Waiting just that little bit extra time to pop your board when you're coming out of a kicker to then do your trick is just going to make it easier to go up things, and also make it less likely that you're going to do your trick and then you're going to land kind of casing on it like this. Your board's going to go that way and then you're going to go this way. Having that little bit extra height just makes you clear it every single time. And guys, it's starting to get a little bit windy down here, so I think that's going to call it for today's video. If you liked it and found it helpful, show me that you did by hitting the like button. If there's any other tricks that you guys want advice on, tricks you haven't learned yet, or tricks you want to just get better at, leave it down in the comments and I'll try and make some more videos. And then also big shout out to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. Guys, there's no easier way to make a website. No matter what skill level you are with computers, Squarespace is easy to use, and if you ever happen to get stuck, they have 24/7 customer support that can help you at any step of the way. It's so windy here. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Squarespace, and I'll see you guys in another one.